Shatranj. We are at ISACA 2026 with the woman leader in technology. Today I have with me Preeti. I would like to Preeti to introduce herself very brief so that we can ask her.
Sure. So, Sandeep, I lead digital transformation using tech and AI across risk consulting business in PwC. Apart from that, I also play a automation leader role for cybersecurity. So, I've been in the industry for about 20 plus years. My passion is to, bring in technology into risk consulting business. So, I'm trying to learn, and because it's evolving every day, learn the domain and understand what's happening in the space of cyber and risk. I'm also trying to bring in technology, the emerging technologies to enhance the capabilities in these areas.
Wonderful, Preeti. And unfortunately, my area or passion is also being digital transformation. And it is always to unlearn and relearn new things. Right? Today, AI is the technology which has come up. Earlier, something else was there. Later, something else will come. So, Preeti, where we are standing today, the kind of velocity everybody is talking about on the transformation journey. And I believe that velocity is not what the digital transformation is. It is about the business outcome. And if it is not aligned with the business, there is no transformation. It is just a talk. So, what do you see and how you will like to give advice to the future leaders on this move on digital transformation, how they should proceed and behave like a grandmaster in front of board?
Absolutely. So I feel the transformation journey is no longer an optional thing, whether we should have it or not. That is first thing everyone needs to accept. Then it comes to the point, where do we bring in the digital transformation? It is not about bringing transformation in a very ad hoc manner. Well, I see there is a function which I need to automate, let me automate. Because that would probably go well for initial few days, the businesses will flourish. But eventually, if you do not strategize and then understand the whole story or the big picture of where the business is going towards, you will not be able to think the entire strategy and also bring in digital transformation across the business. So what I strongly believe in is come up with a pyramid structure where try and identify the core business operations. Of course, yes, that will help you, the business leaders, build the overall picture as to what the business wants and how they're going to the market. Then now you look at this granular aspects and then start looking at solutions, technologies that can automate various business operations for you. And then furthermore, you definitely still need to have the human in this entire pyramid who would foresee all of these business operations or automation or digital transformation, you call it. You would have that sort of a pyramid structure. So now this pyramid can repeat at a small business unit level or at an organization level, at global level, whichever level it is.
Absolutely. And as you rightly said, it is not about you do a transformation on a basis. There should be strategy. There should be, because it is linked with one another things, right? So here, when you strategize something, the strategy should also accompany with the right execution, because only strategy cannot make sure your transformation journey will go smooth. There should be a planned execution and with the risk and governance practices in place, because without evaluating risk at early stage, you will not be able to mitigate those things as you move ahead, because uh, as you are working on a leadership role, what challenges you have faced to reach to this level, and what do you foresee the kind of a risk, uh, be a man or woman leader? So what kind of things you see reach this level?
The biggest challenge I see, Sandeep, is the adoption. Building a digital solution is no longer a challenge. With AI coming into picture, we can build show and tell platforms in a matter of days. We can build automation in a matter of hours. So building the solutions is no longer a challenge. But how is business using it? How is it leveraging it on their day-to-day operations? The minute an opportunity comes into play, the vision should start coming in people to seeing that how can I make this digitally transformed business function. So that sort of acceptance and operation, I still see the big challenge in every firm. Whatever said and done, you build an amazing platform and give it to the system. You cannot guarantee it is being used. So it should probably start from the fundamental education system, and then also from the leadership level to all the way till the junior most in the firm should start adapting to this culture.
Wonderful. Because without a leadership mandate, it is very difficult to
True.
make it happen. And secondly, as you rightly said, you can have best of the product on your table, but if you're not using it, it has no sense, right? So adoption is the second thing which is very, very important in a digital journey. I have lot many questions. I think you are the best person to answer that, but I would like to have a pertinent question which is coming in my mind time and again. In a transformation journey, I see there are four kind of ways and means when you select your next move. So one is to have one application across the entire organization. Second, you pick best of the product from the market and take it up and create your own journey. Third, having some ground up approach with a HTML.NET React.js kind of application. A fourth is a platform approach. What do you think which is the best approach if I am an organization, right? I want to choose one transformation journey today, but I don't want to reinvent the wheel after 2 or 3 years. So what advice you will give? One of the advice that I should go for this.
Okay. So if there is a solution already available, we should definitely not reinvent or spend time and effort into building something new. But however, the architecture of how you use that solution is very important, which is where you use all of these platform beat or applications beat as plug and play modules. So fundamentally, how I look at it is, if there's something existing, use it, but don't use it in an ad hoc manner. So try to identify for your business what are the core fundamental blocks. Let's say you want some platform which can provide you prompt engineering. Well, you use so many prompt engineering platforms. So have that as your foundational block. Then you want to use LLMs, right? That is another foundational block. Either you build it yourself or you use an existing LLM, but understand foundationally what are the 5 blocks or 10 blocks that you need, over which we build business operations, so that you pick and choose where you want. One application for all is definitely not something that I would propose, because the technologies are evolving too fast. And in fact, even bigger platforms like Microsoft and Google's, they are trying to give you plug and play modules, which you can fit it into your foundational blocks, and then you can mix and match all of this to build your larger use cases.
Very well said. I just remember recently I attended one of the event where a person from the Google, he said, what do you think? We don't have expertise to build our own ERP. We have. We have people. But why we are using SAP? Because we don't want to invest our time on the application which is already available. If I have something available on the market, I'm using it. Today, Apple is using Gemini as their AI tool. Why? They can't build it. They already had a AI. If you talk about Siri, that is one of part of artificial intelligence. But yes, what is the today's demand? The kind of LLM, SLM. But it is not only about the resource. It is about infrastructure. It is about thought process. It is about engineering. So many things are required to build a product and then to maintain it for years.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with you. When there is a solution available, go to that architecture level. Understand, is it fit? It is fit into my business solution. It is fitting into my current architecture. Where it is going to be placed. What kind of problem area it is going to solve. That can be a right approach or nice approach at this point where we are standing. Thank you, Preeti, for giving us your wonderful time. Before we close, I would like your two bites on ISACA's today's event. What is your feedback? We would like to hear from.
I felt it's a wonderful platform where definitely there's a lot of connections, establishing. People are getting to know each other, to understand what's happening in the industry, what is the right mindset that we should move forward. Because AI is very disruptive and everyone has that fear as to what is AI going to do to us. But then talking to the leaders in here, we do understand that yes, while we adopt latest technologies, we still have to work towards some core fundamental aspects which will build our career moving forward. And of course, that's what is going to navigate us through disruptions that keep coming. So this platform was amazing for me to meet people and learn a lot and what's happening around.
Thank you, Preeti, for joining us on this episode of Shatranj, which has been basically specially designed for ISACA, where we're taking bites from the various leaders to understand how the leadership is look alike today and in the future. As every leader, he should think like a grandmaster. He should look towards the five moves ahead to his opponent. Similarly, a leader, he has to think for 5 years ahead what is happening today. So the future readiness, the vision for the future is something which defined with a real leader, right? So we'll talk you and we'll look forward to engage with you in a larger format of Shatranj where we'll discuss more on about the next move.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
Until then, thank you, thank you.